Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are well. Welcome to class. We'll give it a minute. Let everybody come in and we'll go ahead and get started. As per usual, I will introduce myself. Hi, I'm Maggie, your substitute teacher. Welcome to class. I am a boy mom times two. I have two teenage boys. They are home tonight. I have been on a health and wellness journey. My whole life I've struggled with weight, but in the last 3 years I have found what works for me. Working with a metabolic specialist, I have been tested for food sensitivities. In her office, the test was a cheek swab and some hair samples. So I have a list of foods that I can have and a list of foods that I have to avoid. But all of the recipes that I share with you here, you can make with the full flavor ingredients. I think they're recipes that you would like. I definitely like them. I usually make the substituted version, but I am tonight going to make a full flavor version out of curiosity and also by request. Usually, what I eat is sugar free, dairy free, and gluten free. But I've been told that I make really tasty treats and make, what is it, healthy food with a delicious twist. So you will be the judge of that. You're welcome to cook alongside me, whether you are watching live or whether you're watching the replay. Whatever brings you here, whether you like to eat like me, or whether you like to cook like me, or you just want to watch me do it. I am a proud student of the lead attorney and his course. So a lot of you all have found me through lead attorney. Thank you so much for being here. Whatever brings you here, you are most welcome. We are the happy and wholesome family-friendly side of YouTube. So we're going to get started. I'm actually going to do 2 meals. I'm doing a creme brulee tonight, at least part one. Let's see how it goes. So if you're not familiar, creme brulee is a custard that has a layer of sugar on top that you broil or set to flame, and it makes a beautiful glaze. So if you all were with me before, when I attempted the creme brulee, I used my substituted ingredients. So I used coconut cream instead of heavy whipping cream and my sugar substitutes instead of sugar. So it was very good to me, but it was a little light. Tonight, I want to try and do a proper creme brulee with heavy whipping cream and with full sugar because the kids are home. And Marcus, you know him as Swim Shady, my oldest, almost 15, wants to try it. But with the creme brulee, you bake it and then you cool it and then you torch it. So this is the disclaimer. This may only be part one. So let's see what else in my intro. You all are here to hold me accountable. I usually only eat when I live stream for you all, so I'm going to make myself an egg white Florentine omelet with some beef bacon. I'm actually going to start with the bacon so I can free up the air fryer. And yeah, we'll get started. So buckle up, Buttercup. We're going to take attendance. Let's see how class is going tonight. Feel free to ask any questions that you have. I will try to answer them for you. Sometimes I miss them, but I will sit down, and when I'm done with my food, I will do a chat and chow portion with you all. So welcome, and we're going to get started. So let's see who's here. Thank you so much for being here, Vel. Welcome. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so Wilbert has seen this before. Yeah, I do have a torch, but depending on how things go tonight, we had a very late night last night in a lot of ways. But if you guys are good, maybe I'll come on later tonight. I don't know. But per the recipe, this needs to chill for about 3 to 4 hours. And the reason why is you really want the custard to set, because if you put the flame on it and it's not solid, then it'll be soupy. And you really don't want that. You want that nice crackle glass, and then you want to spoon into a nice creamy custard. All right, Athens girl is here. Hello. Thank you so much for being here and being present. Ada is here. Ada, loved you in your happy mail. Ada got the yellow Maggie merch apron. It looks amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Veggie, as always, one of my day one scholars in the house. So when I say day one, I am your teacher, your substitute teacher. You all are my scholars. The live chat on YouTube is the study hall. Speaking of study hall, all are welcome. We have a few special students in our class. Custard Explosion came to be after my first time making this recipe because it's simple ingredients, but it is a technical recipe in the preparation. There's a water bath, there were tongs, and I had a little accident. So Custard Explosion is here to remind me each and every time that I got custard on myself, on my apron, on the fridge, on the stove, everywhere. Hello, God's girl. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to class. Erin, Laura, thank you so much for being here and all of the kind words. You all, you really do make my day. Yesterday was a little rough for me, but you all seem to really enjoy it. I really try to present myself well, to present, well for you all. I like to be elegant for you, but you know what? This is real. I am not a proper chef. I'm just a boy mom and a home cooker. So this is just me in my kitchen, and whatever happens, happens. Yes, Wilbert, as always. Almond is here. Thank you so much for being here. So Maggie the substitute teacher is only 4 months old. We have over 1,200 subscribers. You all are my scholars. We're on our way to being monetized by YouTube. In order to be monetized, I've checked 3 out of the 4 boxes. The last one is 4,000 public watch hours, and I was at 39.50. I can't remember. I want to look, but I don't want to look. But I always say, for the first 40 years, I'm 46. For the first 43 years, I had the standard American diet, the SAD, the SAD diet. So, God willing, for the next 40 years, I'm going to be here cooking for y'all. Nothing goes viral here yet. So, we're just going to grow low and slow. Uncle Stu is in the house. Oh, I hope Nana checks in. I need to reach out to Mom. Uncle Stu, you all please check him out. An elder statesman in the community. He's doing a great series to single moms. I am amicably divorced from my children's father, but he's a good man and a great dad, and he's in the area, and he gets them at least every week. You all know when they're here, and you all know when they're not. So please check out Uncle Stu. Also, if you have a YouTube channel, if you have a family business, if if your kids are behaving and you just want to shout it out, please let us know. And I definitely want to support you all because you're here to support me. All right, so we're going to get started. So yes, I am going to do a crème brûlée. I found a recipe from the New York Times that I want to try. But like I said, I'm going to actually eat. So for me, I've made this before, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do an egg white Florentine omelet, which is egg whites, because our crème brûlée recipe calls for egg yolks. So I'm going to use whole eggs, and I don't want to waste the whites. So I'll do that after, but I'm going to have it with beef bacon. I know several of you all love the beef bacon, so I'm going to go ahead and get that started in the air fryer so that it'll be ready for our custard. And again, another special student in our class, if you all were here yesterday, and if you saw on my community tab and you saw on my Instagram, I did make a lemon cake yesterday. A lemon mug cake. I am maintaining an 80-pound weight loss with at least 20 more to go. and I was struggling yesterday making the lemon cake. It was amazing. Some of you all made it with me, and as you can see here, Struggle Lemon Cake was born to remind me that I was struggling. Lead attorney says sometimes that he struggles streaming. I'm often struggle streaming and struggle cooking. So Athens Girl has her vegan bacon. I'm gonna go ahead and get my uniform on and get started. I think I'm gonna go ahead and plug up. Y'all, I'm new here, so if it gets choppy, I can refresh and come back, but I am with you. I'm gonna go ahead and plug up now. Again, it's just me and my iPad. I'm no professional, but I'm trying. All right, sorry, don't want to make you all nauseous. I should have done this before, y'all. I'm sorry. Thank you to all of our channel sponsors. If you donate any amount, which is completely optional, you are a channel sponsor for life because I'm not monetized yet. So I just found this little feature. Let me know if I'm missing anybody. This is just in alphabetical order. I'm going to get my uniform on and we're going to get started. All right, so a lot of you all have seen that I do have Maggie merch. I'm wearing the apron. So this is the Maggie logo in the Zazzle store. So I'll pull up the link, but this is the white Maggie apron. It's got an adjustable neck loop. It's a really nice linen. It is white, but it's available in other colors, and you can customize it if you wanted to put your name on it. So let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and get the uniform on. All right. So this is the Maggie apron in white in long. I'm a little bit above average height. I'm 5'7", so for me it comes down to my knees. It has two deep pockets, but it's available in the long, it's available in the standard size, and it's also available in kid sizes. All right, everyone. So let's see what's going on here. I'm going to take my time. Y'all know I got a little flustered yesterday, but we're going to start with our beef bacon. Do I look professional? Thank you, Susan. Y'all, I try. I feel like I'm just, how do I say, yet holding on. But I appreciate that. Thank you for the Thank you for the compliment. But I really do like the Maggie apron, especially for serving. This would be really nice. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the beef bacon, and I'm going to cook it in the air fryer. Okay, so one of the things that we do here on my channel, I have been scouring the world. Okay, I'm in the Atlanta area, but when I got my list of foods that I can have, which is pretty much lean protein, select fruits and veggies, very little starch, and almost no sugar. Y'all know there's a lot of stuff out there that just doesn't taste good, and I enjoy my food. I actually enjoy eating. I look forward to it. I know some people are like, yeah, I don't really care as long as I'm not hungry. That is not me. I look forward to eating. So whenever I find something that I really like, I love sharing it with you all. You all also share things with me that I didn't know, so we learn together. So even though I am your teacher, your substitute teacher, I learn from y'all too. Oh, Ada, yes, Ada got the yellow apron, and Ada says, thank you, Maggie. You love the apron. It's very pretty and great quality, and she has the yellow. So we did have a virtual Maggie meetup. We had an in-person Maggie meetup, and in the virtual one, I did a little trivia and sent out some happy mail. So any of you all who are here before my channel is monetized. You are my day one scholars, and so you get little perks from me. So thank you. So Erin Laura says she doesn't trust anybody who doesn't like music or food. I'm right there with you. Here comes our struggle lemon cake. Struggle lemon cake says, any lemon cake ingredients left? Custard is uppity and needs 4 hours. Struggle lemon cake, if you would like, I can make another lemon cake and hopefully not struggle tonight. All right, so I'm gonna start with real food. So I don't know if you guys were familiar, I wasn't, but you can get bacon made from beef. This brand called Dean Halal. I had never heard of it before, but one of my scholars turned me into it. And the troll wars have begun. So this came from Costco, but I've seen beef bacon at Ingles, which is a grocery store in the South, at Sam's Club, different places. But this is what I'm going to use for my bacon. Oh, yes. So Athens girl, you made, I think you said you made vegan nachos. So tell us about your chips, what brand, what flavor, because, some of y'all need to lose weight like me. Some of y'all have health issues. Like I used to be pre-diabetic. I used to have elevated cholesterol and I used to have borderline blood pressure. And thankfully, all of that is normal now with no medication because of the substitutions that I've made. No, Wilbert. This is the 5-pound Costco bag. Y'all, we're going to be eating bacon for a while. So that's why y'all are eating with me. All right. So I cook my bacon in the air fryer. So my air fryer, and I should have links in the description for Maggie's faves. You can do it however you like, But my air fryer is the kind that has like shelves in it, like an oven. And so this one's got a little bit of a dip in it. Oh yeah, I have the other one in the dishwasher. Okay, let me get the drip tray and cover it with foil. This is not a professional cooking show where everything is ready. It is just me in my kitchen. This is my drip tray. I'm gonna line it with foil to catch the bacon grease. I don't keep my bacon grease. If you do, please have some for me. All right, so just regular foil. I'll let you guys decide. Do we want to do regular bacon or do we want to do candy bacon? We've got time for both, but let me know if you scholars have any preference. That's right, Athens girl, you got the Siete, yes. So in case anybody is struggling with grains like I am, Siete is a brand that makes a lot of substituted Latin ingredients, tortillas from cassava flour, nachos, churros, tortilla chips, all kind of stuff. So Athens girl said she found the Siete lime flavor. Oh, Diane Mexican style cheese. Yeah, is that the vegan cheese? Vegan ground beef. That Impossible beef, I had a burger. It was actually pretty good. And hot sauce. It was so good. Okay, Almond says you haven't seen me make candied bacon. Okay, let's make candy bacon. Candy bacon is just bacon and brown sugar. The only thing is that you need to make it in advance because it needs time to cool. Usually when you cook regular bacon, it'll crisp up pretty quickly and then you can just eat it or eat it hot. But with the candy bacon, we're gonna put the bacon down, we're gonna sprinkle brown sugar. Substitute, for me, you can use regular brown sugar and it will cook and caramelize and we set it aside and then you want it to crisp and get that like candy snap. Wonderful. So Erin says big Muslim population where you live, so Walmart has a lot of beef substitutes for pork. Absolutely. I eat beef and turkey bacon. If you eat pork, please have some for me. This will work on beef bacon, pork bacon, turkey bacon. But y'all know turkey bacon is like deli meat. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't have cow dairy, so I love it, but it doesn't love me. All right, so we've got our drip tray lined with foil. Now when I cook bacon in the air fryer, I'm going to use a tray. It's going to go over top here. And let's go ahead and get it lined on the sheet. Wilbert, we can try it. We'll do some cinnamon brown sugar bacon. I've always just done brown sugar. Wilbert is asking, would candy bacon work with cinnamon added on top? Let's try it. Y'all know I just make this stuff up. All right, so I got my 5-pound beef bacon. In my mind, I do a portion just for me, but when the greedy gong gongs are here, 2 teenage boys. Okay, so this is our beef bacon. I'm just going to delicately pull it apart, but it definitely gives you the bacon experience, and I'm gonna lie it flat on the tray. My oldest will eat a whole sheet of this, a whole pan. He's the swimmer. All right, so I'm just laying them down on the tray. Especially when you're making candy bacon, you want to get them close together but not overlapping. You want to have a little bit of space in between. The reason why you want to get them close together is because I'm greedy and I want all the bacon. But you don't want them overlapping because you actually want them to be able to, separate into strips of bacon and not a bacon sheet. If you like a bacon sheet, that's fine too. But just for presentation, that's what I'm trying to do. Yes, Aaron, we're going to do cinnamon for research. You got it. All right, so let me show y'all what I have so far. So I just put 4 strips of bacon on this side, and then I had space for one more. So I have 5 strips of bacon. So far all we have is beef bacon. So let me wash my hands. All right, and I clean as I go, so I'm going to put this in the fridge, and then I'll get the brown sugar substitute and the cinnamon. If you don't like cinnamon, you can omit it. It works just fine with just the brown sugar. And if you like sweet heat, you can do the brown sugar and red pepper flake. And of course, our original classroom bot, Snuggles, is here. Snuggles, let me know when you're ready for me to drop the link. You can come to the front of the class. All right, cleaning up. Okay, so I've got my bacon. I've got 5 slices of beef bacon. It's already starting, y'all. I'm just going to try and keep it together because yesterday, you already know, sorry. I'm between sizes, so sometimes I'm popping out. I know Struggle says I'm trying to flash. I am not. I keep it very modest for you. Okay, so again, if you can have brown sugar, have some for me. This is my brown sugar substitute. Y'all know I'm a fan of the Swerve, so you can see this is my sugar replacement. You notice at the bottom it says brown. The Swerve comes in 3 different formats. Actually, I just placed an order. The confectioners is what we'll use if we make some Struggle lemon cake. So let's see how everybody behaves. So that's your powdered sugar substitute. So you can see here 0 calories, and for me it does not have the aftertaste. I'll show you guys. I've got a little bit left, but you see how it gives you the brown sugar like wet sand experience. So I'm going to get a spoon. And I'm going to do, let's say, 2 heaping tablespoons of brown sugar. If I were doing like 2 to 3 slices, 1 would be enough, but I've got 5. What you want to do is you want to crumble a nice thin-ish layer of brown sugar on your bacon. All right, so you all can see we've got the brown sugar here. So I'm using this spoon so I don't put my hand into a container. Even though it's just me, I still try to be, demonstrate good hygiene. So I'm going to put our brown sugar into my hand, and then I'm just going to crumble it over top of the bacon. So we've got about half. I'm going to do one more spoon. Snuggles, tell me, what color sweetener would you like? According to your avatar, it looks like you're a tan colored bear. So I can see if I can find some light brown sweetener for you. But all colors of people can use brown sugar. I am brown, but I use brown sugar and I use white sugar. Hey, KB. All right, one more spoon of brown sugar. But Snuggles, why don't you make this candied bacon with the tan sugar and let us know how it turns out. All right, so we've got 5 slices of bacon. I'm going to do the other 2. Again, this is my 0-calorie brown sugar substitute, but of course this works well with brown sugar. So you guys see what I have here. Now we can leave it crumbled like this, or I can use the back of the spoon and I can smear it. Wilbert, since we're doing your suggestion, would you like for me to leave it like this or smear it on into a nice thin layer? Oh my God. Hey, KB. Okay, so Snuggles says drop it like it's hot. So Snuggles, I'm going to bring you to the front of the class. This link is just for Snuggles. All right. I'd love to have you cook along with me. All right, so Wilbert, let me know if we want to lay it flat or leave it crumbled. All right. And Custard is letting me know. Oh, yes. I never made a Snuggles. I use Snuggles upstairs for the laundry, but you're right, Custard. I never cooked a Snuggles. Okay. So, Wilbert, let's just get a nice even layer. So what I'm going to do, you guys, you see here we have the brown sugar. I'm just going to use the back of the spoon, and I'm just going to kind of make it smooth. What we want is we want that brown sugar in every bite of the bacon. So I'm just laying it down so we get that nice sugary glaze. Again, this is sugar substitute for me, but you all can use whatever sugar, whatever color sugar that you would like. Hey Moose, welcome. Y'all, I checked my hours this morning, and the goal, in case anybody doesn't know, in order to get monetized on YouTube, you have to have 4,000 watch hours. I have 3,900, and someone can look on my community tab and let me know. I posted it this morning. There's a part of me that doesn't want to obsess about it. I know my scholars want to help me get there, but I just feel like if I just keep doing what I'm doing, it'll happen. But thank you all. I know. But Moose, you're already a channel sponsor for life. You've been incredibly generous. But in case anybody wants to support, I do have a Cash App. It's $M Brown. All right, so you guys can see here, I just smoothed the brown sugar on, okay? And so Wilbert wanted to know if we can do a cinnamon sugar candy bacon. So I'm still going through the rest of my Walmart ground cinnamon. You can see I just got a little bit left. So we're going to sprinkle this over top. I've never had cinnamon sugar bacon, so let's try it. All right. So ooh, it smells yummy. It smells really good. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the air fryer. So we want our bacon to crisp. It will shrink down a little bit. We want the sweetener, the sugar to start to caramelize, and then let's see what the cinnamon does. All right. Oh, I forgot. There's also a PayPal in case anybody's interested in that. lastly, there's a Venmo in case anybody's interested in that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this in the air fryer. So an air fryer, in case anybody doesn't know, it's a convection oven, which is a heat source and a fan. So that's the reason why it cooks so much faster, because it blows the hot air around your food, so things will crisp up nicely. However, whenever you're cooking something that's lightweight, like strips of bacon or tortillas, they can fly around in there. So I put this in the air fryer, and then I put another tray on top, kind of close, so that they lay flat. All right, so let's go ahead and get our candy bacon started. I am a little obsessive about hand washing, so just allow me. So candy bacon is cooking. You can absolutely do this in your regular oven. You don't need to have the other layer on top. Toaster oven, whatever you like. Mousse is loose. Oh God, what's happening now? Okay, I missed it. Sorry, guys. Well, thank you, KB. I am trying to be elegant for you all. You know, I take etiquette and elegance classes because as a boy mom, you already know. Good evening, Genesis. Hello. Yes, we're going to try cinnamon sugar bacon. This is a request from Wilbert, and I always like to make sure I respond to my scholars. Okay, so KB is looking at my watch hours. Y'all, I have 3,946. And in case anyone doesn't know, a watch hour means if I make a 1 hour video and 5 of you watch the whole thing, I get credit for 5 watch hours. So whether it's live, whether it's on the replay, whether you watch a playlist, any of my public videos help. And you guys are just blessing me with support. Oh my God. I know my air fryer sounds janky. Y'all, this is what I got, and I'm gonna use what I have, but it'll go away. I think that fan is bent. Okay, so we've got our bacon cooking. So now we are going to get started on our creme brulee. I'm a little nervous, but we'll be fine. And I think I put a link in the description, but I'll walk you all through it if you want to try it with me. Tonight I'm going to do the full flavor recipe. One, I want the boys to try it. I know. And then two, I actually want to taste it because when I made it before, it was a little light, completely fine for me. But I had my first creme brulee in Paris at the Louvre. It was amazing. And I want to see if I can recreate that. Yes. Oh, Custard is nervous. All right, Custard, we're going to go ahead and get started with your cousins. Did I print out the recipe? I don't think I did. I need to grab it here. So, sorry, Instagram, I need to grab my phone. Hopefully you all can hop on over to, what is this? YouTube. Okay, so let's see. So this recipe came from New York Times Cooking. So we'll go ahead and print it out. It's very simple, and it should be in the description as well. I'm old school, so I'm actually going to print out on paper. And then I'm going to walk you guys through it in case anybody wants to cook with me. So whenever I'm doing a recipe for the first time, I always try to follow the instructions, pretty strictly, and then after that you can doctor it up. Okay, so yeah, printer is going. I'm gonna wipe down the counter since we just had bacon. Yeah, I'm so close, you guys. But y'all know I'm new to this YouTube thing, and just a disclaimer, if you all remember, our very first goal was to get a community tab, which you only qualify for once you've hit 500 subscribers. So if you guys remember back in March, we were doing the push to 500. When I started this, I had 35 subscribers, and now there's over 1,200 of you. I am forever grateful. But if you look at the screenshot that I posted on my community tab, it takes some time. So it's not like as soon as I get to 4,000, it'll pop up. But I'm so grateful that you all just can't wait to monetize me. I think with the community tab, it took about 3 to 4 days for it to appear, but I'm going to be here for you and I'll be cooking for you. So we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Oh, Genesis, thank you. Genesis has been watching like crazy. The watch hours update overnight, so even if I look now, it'll be the same, but that's the first thing I do every morning. Okay, let me wipe my counters down. I'm always washing and wiping. I'm just thinking about all the tips I want to give you guys. We're going to do a cookbook because you do need a cookbook. And I'm working on an outline. I'm going to do a little 5-part series, cooking for kids, cooking for teens, cooking for singles, cooking for couples, and cooking for families, because I've been all of that. All right, so printer is done. Let me go get our papers. Oh, thank you. You know what, Wilbert? So Wilbert says if I get a channel membership, he's going to join, he or she. Correct me if you want to. But thank you. Let me know. I don't know how any of this stuff works, y'all. I'm new, but let me know if I did like a membership or any type of like private community, what you all would want to see there. I just feel like giving what I have because somebody had to teach me, so I'm teaching you. All right, let me go to the printer. All right, so really simple. You guys can see, ooh, our cinnamon bacon smells good. All we need are like 4 or 5 things, so I'm gonna get them one at a time. Oh, yes, we're gonna get there, y'all. This is an amazing community. And Athens Girl, if you wanna share about your run, I know people are supporting you. All right, so the ingredients, it says 2 cups of heavy or light cream. We're gonna go with heavy today. Go hard or go home. Or half and half. So I did order heavy whipping cream. Y'all, I'm old, I'm gonna turn down the air. Okay, so I placed a grocery order today. So today we're going to use this heavy whipping cream. This just came from Publix. You can get it at any grocery store. This is full dairy. When I made this the last time, this is my substitute, the Silk dairy-free heavy whipping cream. So this one is made from coconut cream. This one is actually made from cow's milk, cow's cream. I don't know. So we're going to use this tonight for the full flavor creme brulee. Okay, so Wilbert says, if I do a community, you want to see more ingredient fails and bloopers. It's a little troubling, Wilbert, but yes, I know you guys have asked for a blooper reel. I tried to, I'm working with a freelance artist, so we'll put something together. We'll do that when I get monetized. But as hard as I try, life happens, so I'm glad you want to see a collection of that. Oh yeah, yesterday alone. Let's check on our bacon. All right, looks good. I'm going to bring it out so you guys can see, and then we're going to set it aside. All right, so if you all are able to see, we've got our bacon cooked nicely. I don't know if y'all like crispier than that, but I can get distracted and it can go burnt. So we've got it cooked nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to I'm going to use a little cooling rack, make a little cooling rack, and then set it out of the way. So you can see that our bacon is cooked, but we've got that nice like brown sugar and it smells amazing. So I'm going to set this off to the side. Here's the thing with candy bacon. Well, let me set this down and then I'll tell you. Careful, Maggie. Okay, so as tempting as it is, and I know one little piece was hanging off, with candy bacon, you don't want to eat it right away because right now it's just chewy. You actually want to let it sit and cool, and then the sweetener, the brown sugar that you have on there will give it a nice crisp. So if you're going to make candy bacon, you want to make that first so that it has time to cool. All right. Thank you, Genesis. Okay, so KB says you just picked up coconut whipping cream. You hope it's good, low in cholesterol. Yes, it's plant-based. So I don't know if it has any. Does plant-based stuff have cholesterol? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Y'all let me know. Low-fat diet. Oh, doctor. Oh. The doctor said you need a low cholesterol, low-fat diet. Absolutely. Oh, he said my channel makes it exciting instead of dreading it. Yeah, you guys, I have shared with you when I went to see this metabolic specialist and I got my test results. I was actually quite mad because the things that came up on my test results, like chicken, coffee, dairy, citrus, gluten, was the stuff that I was eating all of the time. And I was like, what the heck am I supposed to eat? So this has been my journey of trying to find ways to actually enjoy what I eat because it is important to me. And I always just used to post the finished product, and people would say, you know what, you're really good at that. When you get a cookbook, I want an autographed copy. You should make a cookbook. And when I came across Lead Attorney and I heard him say, if you're over 35, you need to share what you know with people. So here I am sharing what I've learned. So I'm so glad that it's exciting for you. All right. So as always, y'all know I'm sipping on my iced coffee with almond milk. This is just from Panera with my skinny syrups. If you don't know, let me know and I'll show you. All right, so we got our full dairy heavy whipping cream. Number 2, it says 1 vanilla bean. I don't have a vanilla bean, but I have vanilla paste. So it says 1 vanilla bean or 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I'm gonna get my paste. So if you have vanilla extract in something like this, you can use it. It's artificially made. Usually, look, I am not the food police, but I did get exposed to vanilla bean paste and I love it. I'll show you guys. So I just ordered this off of Amazon, but you can see it's like a syrup and it's got the vanilla bean seeds in there. So it gives you the vanilla flavor. It's so good. Just, a little pricey, but when you're making a dessert like this, it might be, fun to try. So this is just vanilla bean paste. All right. So it says 1/8 of a teaspoon salt, which is just a dash of salt. I'm going to use this Himalayan pink sea salt. So Snuggles, I don't know if this color bothers you, but this is what I'm going to use. Use what you have. Again, I'm not a doctor, but when we went to the chef for the cooking class, the chef said that usually people who struggle with sodium issues, it's from the Morton's or the artificial salts. The ones that are more natural, our body can tolerate better, but I don't know. Use what's best for you and always follow what your doctor says. I don't have to worry about salt, but I do have to worry about sugar. So what does KB say? Speaking of being embarrassed, you dropped your first video about your visit to the ER and what you learned. No, self-promotion is fine. You got 4 watch hours. Hey, we all start somewhere. So KB, let us know, is that your channel and what can people find on your channel? All right, 5 egg yolks. All right, so I'm just using regular Walmart whole eggs. I'm going to have to separate the yolks from the whites. A little bit tricky. With this type of French cuisine, the ingredients are very simple, but the cooking process is very tedious. Athens girl, you're a nurse, so you're fascinated. Oh, about KB's channel? Yeah. Y'all, we're still small and I still have time to interact. And, you all, as my day one scholars, please always keep me humble. But hey, who knows? Maybe there's a time when I won't be able to see your comments and share. So now is the time. Excuse me, the internet is forever. Yeah, absolutely. So that's your channel. All right. And then it says a half a cup of sugar, y'all. And again, we're doing the full flavor version. So this is Dixie Crystals. Welcome to the South. Pure cane sugar. Y'all know I don't eat that, but we're making it tonight. All right. I want to check on our bacon. So bacon's doing well. What I'm actually going to do while it's still kind of tender, I'm just going to pick it up and get it off of the rack just so that you see how it sticks a little bit. I'm just going to separate it off. Sometimes I forget, and then when it cools, when you go to pick it up, it's like stuck to the rack. So we're going to let it cool, but I just want to kind of separate it a little bit. So our bacon, you see how it's still kind of like flimsy? I want it to be like stiff and hold its structure, so we're just going to let that cool. Wash my hands again. Okay, so we have all of our ingredients. Don't be ashamed. Hey, we all start somewhere. And sometimes, as far as doctor's visits, I've shared with you all, I kick the can down the road. I'm always wiping y'all. With the weight thing, I kicked the can down the road for a long time. And I was one of those people that just avoid it. And then every year go to the doctor and you have the conversation about BMI and you get on the scale. And it was just kind of like one of those things that, yeah, one day I'll get to it. But unfortunately for me, over 40, the weight problem started to turn into a health problem, and I had that uptick. And it was like, okay, now your levels go from normal to elevated, and you know where that's going, and it's not where I wanted to be. So I'm so grateful I got in front of it before it became something that I had to medicate. But we all start on our own time when we're ready, so no judgment from me. Hey, Khalees, thank you for being here. Welcome to class. All right, so that's it. These are the ingredients. So heavy whipping cream, sorry y'all, vanilla bean or vanilla paste, salt, egg yolks, and sugar. All right, so 3 steps. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, yes. Athens girl, who's a nurse, says you can reverse it with diet. She reversed hypertension. See, y'all? Everybody has a struggle. Everybody has a struggle. All right, so in this recipe, it says to preheat the oven. Step 1 says heat the oven to 325. I'm going to use the air fryer, so I am not going to preheat. Still a little bit of warm, but I've got my bacon grease and brown sugar, so I'm just going to take off this foil piece and replace it with a fresh one. That's why I like cooking with foil. Absolutely, KB. Hey, look, we all want to have good quality of life. I want you around for a long, long time. In all honesty, the reason why I have a YouTube cooking channel is because, it is a lot of work. It's a labor of love for me, and it's something I do every day anyway. So I wanted to find something that I feel passionate about that I could be consistent with. Oh, yeah. Anybody have any nurse questions? Athens girl is here. All right. Gonna line this. The first time I did this creme brulee, I did do it in the oven and it was fine until I tried to move the custard. You already know. If you missed it, go to my community tab and scroll back a week or two. You'll see the clip. when Custard Explosion was born. Speaking of Custard Explosion, I can't wait to see Auntie Mabel Custard today. She married into the family. Genesis, feel free what you need to do, sweetheart. In my class, feel free to come and go as needed. Feel free to take a bio break because I probably will. Feel free to multitask. I'm just happy that you're here. It's already starting, y'all. It's already starting. Step 1. Heat oven to 325. If you're using your oven, go ahead and preheat. I'm using the air fryer. In a saucepan, combine your cream, vanilla, and salt and cook over low heat until just hot. So I'm going to get my little cooktop and we're going to start. However, I'm not using a vanilla bean. So remember, sometimes I mess up when I don't read the whole thing. So it says, if using vanilla extract, add it now. Yes, we are family here. We are family. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I got all my scholars with me. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Okay, you did not ask for that, but I do burst into song at random times, so just buckle up, Buttercup. Yeah, we jumping the broom in here. Custard and brought somebody into the family. All right. Let's get started with our egg yolks. Wait. Nah. Let's do it in order. I've already gotten distracted. Oh, y'all like the dancing? I know, right? All right, let's get started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Oh, in case anybody's new here, I do have a stove and it does work. I ordered this off of Amazon, completely optional, just this little cooktop so I can cook here on the counter and see what you all are talking about. So Khalees has a question for Athens Girl. I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves. Okay, so we need a saucepan for the cream, vanilla, and salt. So I'm just using a little sauce pot. My cooktop, I love it. However, unlike my gas stove, it only works for me with stainless and with cast iron. It doesn't work on my nonstick and it doesn't work on my copper. Khalees likes the dance break. I'll keep that in mind, sweetheart. All right, so we got a saucepan. It's going on our cooktop. Oh, I guess I should have. Did I toss it already? Oh, it's here. I'm like, how much cream? In a sauce pot, combine the cream. How much cream? I don't know. 2 cups. All right. So 2 cups is 16 ounces. So a cup is 8 ounces. Oh, crap. Sorry. How much is a pint? Alexa, how many cups is a pint? Wonderful. No. I just broke something. Why didn't this Alexa come on? Do you know where my cable is for this one?
The what?
Do you know where my cable is for that Alexa?
Let's get it in slow.
Nope. Really? Do you want to say hello?
No.
Okay. All right, the bloopers are already starting. I had a ring crystal that you take your rings off and put in there. I have one of those robot devices here and I asked a question and it didn't respond to me. And it's unplugged and the cable is missing, which means somebody took the cable for themselves and didn't tell me, and my device is just a paperweight. I'm like, why isn't it working? One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what they do. When they want something, they just take it. Do they ask? Do they even tell me? Mom, I took this, I used this. So 1 pint is 2 cups. So again, we're using heavy whipping cream, all of this, okay? And again, this is usually where the accidents happen, y'all. It's just me and my iPad. We're gonna get better equipment. I have to hold stuff up so you can see it. I don't have the over camera view. Yeah, I try. All right, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Pour it close to the pot. So again, this recipe is the full flavor one. So this is Cal Dairy heavy whipping cream. If you're making the substitute version like I did, this is what I used before, just to show you guys. Hey, Mona. Mona the moderator, thank you, thank you. All right, so we've got 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Now it says 1 vanilla bean or 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So we're gonna do the extract or the vanilla paste. All right, so we've got a teaspoon here, teaspoon measure. So for the vanilla paste, what are you eating? All right, can you stop? Can you put that in the second? All right. So again, this is vanilla paste, and it's got the little vanilla bean seeds in there. So we're going to do 1 teaspoon. Y'all can see it kind of comes out like, somebody said molasses, right? So this is going to go into the heavy whipping cream. Y'all can see that. All right. And it's really good. Already. Mm, mm. It's good. So our bot Struggle Lemon Cake says, why doesn't this stream have any chaos? You haven't started any yet, my dear. I'm sure you will. All right, so we've got our heavy whipping cream and we've got our vanilla bean paste. And salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is just a dash. Would you like for me to cut that?
Nope.
They're taking a spoon to the watermelon instead of cutting a proper slice.
No, I'm just being smart.
So this is a 1/4 teaspoon measure. So 1/8 would just be half of this. So I'm just going to use my pink Himalayan salt. And I'm just gonna eyeball it about half. So that's going in heavy whipping cream, vanilla, and salt. That's all. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug this up. Again, I'm using my little cooktop. All right, so let's go ahead and cook over low heat until just hot. So we don't want it to boil. So let me turn it on and turn it down. This cooktop is induction. It heats up really fast. But let me get something to stir. I'm just going to use my little mini whisk to stir while I'm talking to you all. And I'll just keep an eye on it. I'm going to stop it once it starts foaming a little bit. So one thing about this induction cooktop that I learned when I actually read the manual, it goes from 0 to 10. Unlike a stove where you start at 0 and you crank it up, when you turn this on, it starts in the middle. It starts at 5. So you have to turn it down to, I just saw something interesting. You have to turn it down. Okay, let me know if we're still here, y'all. Y'all know I struggle stream. I'm not seeing, oh, did I? I don't know. I'm not seeing the chat. All right, so just keeping an eye on it. I'm stirring our cream and our vanilla and salt. I hope you guys are still there. I'm gonna refresh and come right back. All right, I hope you guys are still there. I saw an error and I started freaking out. All right, so I'm still stirring this. I'm just gonna turn it up. I had it on 2, I'm gonna turn it up to 3. If you guys had any questions for me, I missed them. I'm just waiting for some bubbles to start forming a little bit, then I'm gonna turn it off. So the instructions say, in a saucepan, combine the cream, vanilla, and salt and cook over low heat just until hot. So we just want to warm it, that's all. I am not seeing any comments. I'm getting nervous. I hope you guys are still there. That's the best part of this. All right, hopefully you guys can hear and see. So we got this to foaming and it's hot now. So I am going to set it aside. What it says is, let sit for a few minutes and then discard vanilla bean. I don't have a vanilla bean, so I'm just going to move this over to the side. All right. All right, so in a bowl, beat the egg yolks and sugar together until light. So let's get our egg yolks and our sugar. I think you guys can hear and see, but my chat just stopped coming, so I don't see the chat. All right, so my technique for separating the egg yolks from the egg whites is the old-fashioned way. Just crack the egg in half and then over a bowl, just pour the yolk back and forth until I get all of the egg white out. So the key is, it's okay to have a little bit of white in your yolk, but you don't want to have any yolk in your white. So literally, I just go back and forth like that. So 1 egg white and 1 egg yolk. And this recipe calls for 5. So I'm just going to repeat. Two yolks, just let it come on out. 3 yolks, 4, and then 1 more. Literally just going from side to side. All right. So we got it done. 5 egg yolks and 5 egg whites. I'm going to save the egg whites because I'm going to make my Florentine omelet with that. All right, so let me wash my hands. I don't know what happened, but I still can't see my chat. I might be able to, obviously y'all are still here so you can see me, but I see no messages. So, yeah. All right. So beat the yolks and the sugar together. How much sugar? Is that Mona? Mona, if you're in here, maybe you can help me. All right, thank you. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Maybe you can fix it. All right, so I'm going to keep going. So it says a half cup of sugar. So we've got our half cup measure. And again, for this one, I'm doing the full Dixie Crystal sugar. All right. Okay. All right, so we got a little under. Let me level it. All right, so we've got a half a cup of sugar, and I'm going to put that in with the egg yolk. All right, so I'm going to rinse this off from the heavy whipping cream, and I'm going to use that. I'll just use a chopstick. So it says, beat the yolks and sugar together until light. It's an interesting, like grainy, kind of eggy texture. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mona. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'll open up YouTube on another device. I know y'all can hear and see. All right, so we've got so just behave in the chat. We'll get to a point where we do a bio break and I'll see if I can fix it. All right, so we've got our yolks and our sugar. Beat yolk and sugar together until light. Okay, now it says stir about a quarter of the cream into this mixture and then pour the sugar egg mixture into the cream and stir. Okay, hold on. So this is our cream and vanilla, heavy whipping cream and the vanilla bean. All right, so let's get this right. Pour about a quarter of the cream into this mixture. This is different, and we're going to try it. Now, understand what we're getting at here. We don't want to scramble the eggs, so that's why you don't want to just dump all of this egg yolk into this hot cream because then it'll curdle. So we want to go low and slow. So I'm going to pour some of this into our egg mixture. All right. So I'm just stirring. Not all of it. I probably should have gotten a larger bowl, but I want to make sure it's well incorporated and not mess up anything. So I'm just stirring. I don't know what happened. I'm just testing out some stuff to see if everything else still works while I'm stirring. All right, it's looking good. So this is our egg yolk and our cream. So now, what I'm going to do, it says, pour the sugar egg mixture into the cream and stir. So I guess what we needed to do is get a little bit of cream in here, and then I'm gonna go slow. I'm not gonna dump it for obvious reasons. I'm gonna pour this low and slow into our cream, and I'm just doing it down here. If you guys want, since you can't hear me, I'm gonna move so you guys can see. It's a little crazy down here, but field trip. All right, and I'll move it down so y'all can see what I'm doing here. So we've got our egg mixture, our cream mixture. And I'm just going to pour this in and stir low and slow. Again, simple ingredients, but it's this technique that you have to be really careful with. So hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. I just don't want to dump it, so I'm just going really slow. So if you notice this, the cream and the vanilla, the heavy whipping cream, it's getting a nice pale yellow color. And this is just the egg yolk and sugar. And the reason I'm going slow and stirring is because we want it to be a nice, smooth custard consistency. We don't want it to be a scrambled egg. We want it to be nice and smooth. Whew, I was worried about that. All right, so I've got, let me just get a spatula because I'm greedy. I just want to get everything in here. All right. So hopefully you guys can see what we have here. Now, the instructions say, pour into 6-ounce ramekins. I don't have 6-ounce, I have the little ones, and place in a baking dish. All right, so this is where we're ready to pour the custard and bake it. So let me bring you guys back up. Let me wash my hands first. All right. So let me move you guys back up. Okay. All right. Let me try one more time. Yeah. All right. I almost feel like I need to leave and come back. I don't know why I'm not seeing any of your YouTube comments, but I know you guys are still there. All right, so let's get our ramekins. So these aren't the proper size, but this is what I'm going to use. These are actually what I have for, like, if you eat crab and you have the melted butter. I'll show you. You put the tea light candle in here, and then you put your butter in here, and it keeps it warm. So I have a set of these, and that's what I'm going to pour the custard into. And I have one that's dirty. I'm going to wash it really quick. All right. So here's the thing. We're going to fill these up. This is another delicate part. And they need to cook in a water bath. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a glass dish for the water bath. Ah. quick look at our bacon. It's doing well. You can see it's starting to get a little stiffness to it. So the bacon is cooling and it's got that sugar cinnamon glaze on it. So we're just gonna let that sit. What I'm going to do, if I still can't see, I'm gonna go ahead and get the creme brulee in there, and then we'll take a bio break and I'll come back for my egg white omelet chat and chow. I don't know what happened, but we're gonna get this done. Okay, so here's what I'm doing first. This is what I'm going to use. Let me move our custard, put the top on it. So just a few technical things. Got a little bacon grease on it, but it's fine. So this is what I'm going to use for my water bath. So the instructions say to pour the custard into the ramekins, and then you put them in a dish, and then you fill the dish with water. It says halfway. So a couple of things. First, before I start pouring anything, I'm going to put all 4 of these in here while they're empty to make sure that they fit. Number 1. Okay. So all of them fit. And then number 2, since I want to do this in the air fryer, I want to make sure the whole thing fits in the air fryer before I put anything in it. I've done this before, but these are just little things that I've learned as cooking. Sometimes, you get the wrong size pot, but you've already started using it and then it doesn't fit the way you want it to. So this is just a little test that I do before. So my ramekins will fit in this glass tray. The glass is going to be for the water. So the custard is going to go into the ramekin. The water is going to go into the glass dish. You don't want any water in the custard, and you don't want any custard in the water. So again, simple ingredients, but little delicate technique. So I'm just going to put this in my air fryer and close the door just to make sure everything fits. Okay, perfect. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin. All right. Now it says 6-ounce ramekins. I don't know how many ounces this is. Maybe it's 6, maybe it's not. It says to fill the dish up with boiling water. So while I'm filling this, I'm going to run the Keurig a couple times so I get some really hot water to go inside for the water bath. It's a lot. Okay. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to use the measuring cup just to make it easy. And I'll bring you guys down again since I can't see your comments. I know you want to see what I'm doing here. So we'll take another field trip down and I'll just walk you guys through what I'm doing. So sorry, here I come. All right. Let's see if y'all can see here. All right, so we've got our pot here. This is our custard mixture. So it's nice and warm and foamy. So this is our eggs, sugar, and heavy whipping cream. These are our ramekins I'm gonna fill, and then this is my glass tray, and I'm just running hot water underneath the Keurig. So I'm gonna try this with the measuring cup. Just nervous. I don't want to spill anything. All right, so we've got the first one. Set it down. Got the second one. Set it down. Hot water's coming. I know I'm gonna have more custard. Number 3, got a little bit on the side, but it's okay. We'll set that down. I'm going to run some more hot water. I think I'll need a little bit more than that. Okay, and then the last one, hopefully y'all can see, I've got 4 here. I'm going to do one more. All right, so number 4. All right, so hopefully you guys can see we have our 4 ramekins here, and they're pretty much filled. I still have some more custard here. I got an idea for what I want to do, but this is the same thing that happened last time. I had extra custard. Now, I probably shouldn't fill them all the way up to the top like that, so I'm just going to put the top on this and save it. All right, I'm trying to think how I want to do this. I'm going to get the tray for the air fryer and set this on the tray because this is going to get hot once I put the water in it. So just for safety, I'm using the tray in the air fryer that has a little groove in it, so it gives me a little bit of support. So I'm going to move my custard in there. Okay. So when I go to the air fryer, hopefully you guys can see what I'm holding here. I have my air fryer tray. I have my glass tray, which is dry, but I'm about to put hot water in it. And then I have my 4 ramekins with the full flavor custard. Okay, now I'm gonna get my hot water. So this is just regular hot water from the Keurig, and I'm going to pour it carefully into the glass around the custard so it can be in a water bath. So far, so good. Hopefully y'all can see that. Then I gotta move it. So we're not just baking the custard, we're baking them in a water bath, but no water in the custard. All right. Let me look at this, read what it says. It says, fill the dish with boiling water halfway up to the side. So I'm gonna go a little bit more. So you can see my glass dish is a little bit shorter than the ramekin, so I'm gonna try and get as much boiling hot water as I can. All right, I think that's as comfortable as I am. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see the water level. Oh God, I'm nervous. All right, so here we go, back on the counter. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have to move this to the air fryer so it can bake. All right, I'll get a towel so I don't burn myself. So pour into 4 6-ounce ramekins. Let me have to switch devices, y'all. It's too much. Okay. Place the ramekins in a baking dish. Fill the dish with boiling water halfway up the sides. Bake for 30 to 40 minutes or until the centers are barely set. So we want the middle to still be a little bit jiggly, and it's a baking at 325. So we're going to move this tray and hopefully not get any water in the custard and no custard in the water. I don't like this. It's safer, but it's hard for me to, so I'm just going to very slowly. And I'm spilling water. Here I go. Okay, I made it to the other counter. Y'all, I am so nervous. Here's the thing. So I've got that tray of boiling hot water. I think I'm gonna take it off and I'm gonna put the tray in and then slowly move the ramekins on there. All right. So I want to get this securely in the air fryer. All right. Now I'm going to try and move that tray on that shelf carefully and close the door. Okay, I had a little bit of a water spill, but no custard spill. Okay, so, oh my God, y'all, so nervous. So I can't see any of your comments. I wish I'm gonna try and refresh. I may have to end and come right back, but let me explain what we're doing now. So the air fryer is going. If you notice, we had the custard at this level and then we had the water at this level. So if anything spilled, I didn't want to get any water inside my custard. So I did accomplish that. So now our custard is baking, but I still have a whole thing here of egg whites. What I'm gonna do, y'all, if you don't mind, because I don't know what happened, and I know you guys are in there and you can hear and see, but I want to interact with you. So I'm actually going to end this stream. We are done cooking the creme brulee. It's got to cook for 30 minutes. We've got our candy bacon over here. I'm going to make an egg white omelet. I'm going to sit and chat and chow while that is cooking. If you joined lately, the creme brulee is really like a two-part recipe because you have to cook it and then you have to cool it before we torch it. So I don't know if we'll get to that tonight. Maybe we will. Oh, that was nerve-wracking. Okay, and I also need to take a bio break. So what I'm going to do, if you guys, let me try and refresh and see if you guys come back, if you just stay put. I'll give it a second to see if the chat comes alive. Somebody give me a test message. I'm just cleaning up. If not, I'll end this stream and start one right away. Just cleaning up. Yeah, I don't see anything. So, and I know you all are there. All right. So I'm going to end this stream.